Hey, this is Jim at Broadfield. Thanks for joining us for another Broadfield Live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. As you can see from the virtual set behind me and the desk in front of me, I am back in studio here in Mineola, New York. It looks like the trade show season, which has been very hot since the NAB show in April, has finally started to wind down. We've done a ton of regional shows, broadcast shows, all capping off with the Infocom show in Orlando just a couple of weeks ago. If you joined us at Infocom, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show yourself. I hope the dealer party was a success. If you found any great or exciting new products out there at Infocom, anything that we should be adding to our line card, please reach out to your Broadfield sales rep and let them know. It's one of the reasons for our show today. We are going to be introducing one of the newest lines on our line card, which is DVDO. We had a few DVDO products set up in our booth in Infocom, and we met with a lot of our integrators who were really excited about some of the connectivity solutions and some of the possibilities from the product line. I did not want to go over the entire DVDO product line myself, so I invited Baptiste from DVDO to join us.
Hey, Jim, thanks for having me.
Hey, Baptiste, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. You're all recovered from Infocom, I hope?
I'm still working on it, but
Okay.
yeah, it was a great show for us. It was great to
Absolutely.
see you there, and thanks for showing your products in your booth.
It was our pleasure, and I really loved how close we were on the show floor itself. It really gave us an opportunity to walk some of the integrators over from our booth to your booth and vice versa, and really introduce them to the DVDO product line. One of the reasons I invited you to join us today is to extend that introduction to the rest of our dealers who were not able to make it out to the show, and to kind of reinforce the messaging of all the great solutions that you have available. So Baptiste, let's start by having you introduce yourself and DVDO to our dealers.
Yeah, so my name is Baptiste Marmeret. I'm the Business Development Manager at DVDO. And for those who have not heard of DVDO before, our company has actually been around since the late 90s. The company was founded in 1997. And we started actually on the residential side of the business, offering video processing or upscaling solutions for the home theater market. And then a few years ago, we transitioned over the Pro AV space. So now a majority of our business is in the Pro AV or the Infocom channels. We are a US-based company. Our warehouse is actually in South Carolina on the East Coast. And we have distribution integration partners in a lot of different countries, about 30 plus countries now.
And Broadfield is proud to add to that warehousing capability with our warehouses here in New York and in California. So the goal is to make sure that we can get all these DVDO solutions that we're going to talk about today out to our dealers as quickly as possible, whether it is a solution for your next workflow build or a product to help answer one of your customers' needs. We'll talk about those DVDO solutions available for you. Now, Baptiste, I know that there are quite a few products across the product line that really play into a lot of different market categories. What are some of the big opportunities that you see today that our dealers are really going to sink their teeth into with your products?
Right, Jim. So, yeah, we cover all sorts of market categories. We don't really focus on specific verticals. Just because of the nature of our products, you see it through the presentation, we have a lot of different solutions that can be used in various environments. So pretty much everything Pro AV. We do find success in the corporate world, in the education market, bars and restaurant hospitality, the house of worship are some of our key markets today.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that you'll see as we start getting into the product mix, there's a bunch of little black boxes, like the one I'm holding up on the table in front of me here, that offer different solutions that fit into these workflows. So when you're building a complete Pro AV production solution for your clients and you need to combine the in or the out or the extension or those capabilities, DVDO has an entire category of products available for you. In fact, we're going to talk about two product categories throughout the DVDO product line on the show today. Baptiste, why don't you introduce those categories for us?
Yeah, so our product offering is divided into two main categories. One is signal management, which is switching and extension type solutions. And the other one is visual communication, which is essentially our cameras and camera accessories. So these are the two main product categories that we offer today.
And let's start with some of the signal management solution, because there are, again, quite a few of these little black boxes in that product category, right?
Yeah, so we cover a lot of signal management type solutions. We have extenders, so some of the main categories within signal management or extenders, we have a lot of different extenders, switching devices, and a bunch of converters and cables.
Perfect. And in that extender product line, you have a bunch of different solutions for HDMI, USB workflows, and others, right?
Absolutely. So in terms of extenders, this is probably our most popular category within signal management. We have a lot of different types of extenders, going from wireless HDMI extenders to the traditional wired HDMI extenders. In terms of wired extenders, which is mostly HDBaseT type extenders, where you can extend HDMI signal over a long distance, we have several models with different distances that they can cover, different feature sets, different price points. So if you need to extend an HDMI signal, we have a lot of extender options for you. We do have some wall plate extenders as well.
Okay.
So if you need an extender in a wall plate type format, we have different models. And then a growing category for us is our USB extenders, and we have quite a few as well. There is growing demand for USB or USB-C type extension, and we do have several solutions to offer.
Excellent. And what I like about the HDMI extenders also is that you do support resolutions all the way up to 4K P60. So now you even can take that high resolution UHD signal for many, many feet to really play into some of those unique workflows, right?
Correct. We all of our extenders cover 4K. We have an entry-level version at 4K 30. All the other models support 4K 60. They are all PoE, so you can power either the TX, the transmitter, or the receiver. So you only need one power supply. Our extenders come as a kit. All of them come with a transmitter and a receiver.
Okay.
And they all come with rack ears as well, or mounting ears.
Excellent. Great solutions for those workflows that we've talked about. And next in that signal management family are the switchers and splitters, everything to give you that different workflow production, even some HDMI matrix switches, right?
Right. So this is another popular category for us, switching devices. We have the traditional switchers where you have multiple sources going to one display. But we also have matrix switchers from 4x2, 4x4, and 4x8, where you have multiple sources that you want to display on multiple TVs or displays. A cool feature that we have on some of our switchers is seamless switching. Some of our switchers and matrix switchers have seamless switching. So when you switch from one source to another, it's instantaneous. There is no black screen, no transition. It's just completely seamless, which is a feature that a lot of our integrators really like, especially when you have multiple cameras, for example, connected to a switcher. When you switch between one camera and the other, it's always good to have seamless switching. So that's a popular feature. Some of our matrix switchers also have multi-view or a video wall controller type feature. So we've been adding more and more features to our matrix switching solutions.
Absolutely. And one of the other new product lines here at Broadfield is the apps in LED display walls. So we have some of our dealers getting involved in these LED display wall installations, digital signage installations. So these splitters and switches are a great tool to help set up that complete workflow, giving our dealers the opportunity to not only work with Broadfield to get the right equipment to make the full solution work, but to become a single source supplier, making sure that we can work with them to get everything hitting their customer at the same time, allowing them to roll the truck in for the complete installation. So that's one of the things I'm excited about, is that you have those tools that really allow us to kind of offer our integrators a complete solution. And that also brings us into some of the converters, cables, and even tools that are available on that DVDO product line, right?
Correct. We have all sorts of converters, small boxes that basically solve problems.
Yep.
Our most popular, probably top selling SKU is our Audio D embedder. It's called the Audio E1. And what it does is it takes an HDMI signal that has both video and audio, and it will split the video and the audio on the output. So you get an HDMI output with the video only, and then you have separate audio connectors, either optical or analog, on the output for the audio. Great problem solver. I know it's a product that you guys really like, and it's very popular for us. This is one of the converters that we offer. And as you mentioned, we also have some cables, mostly fiber, long run cables, HDMI or plenum rated HDMI, going from 10 to 100 meters. We have different length options. There is no external power needed. They are extremely light and flexible. They were great. We love our cables. And we also have USB-C cables, 5, 10, and 15 meter. They are full-featured cables, meaning they can carry video at 4K 60 with DisplayPort out mode, 10 gigabit for the USB speed, and then they can also do power delivery up to 60 watts. So these are becoming increasingly popular for us, or USB-C fiber cables.
Excellent. And Baptiste, I happen to have the HDMI Audio D embedder on the table in front of me here. And a funny story is, the reason why I have this on the table in front of me is because the moment these hit our warehouse, Glenn said, go get me one. I need it. And his kit came back from Infocom into our warehouse. So before I ship this back to Glenn, I have it here for a show and tell.
Yeah. And I forgot to mention, but it's only $99 retail. So it's great price point for a product that solves a lot of problems in AV installations.
Absolutely. It's one of those products that our integrators are going to build into a toolkit. At $99, you throw it into the bag and you have it available for your next install when you need it.
Yep, absolutely.
And that brings us into the other category of products that we talked about, which are some of the visual communication products available from DVDO.
Correct, yeah. So that's our second product category, visual communication, which is essentially our cameras, as well as some PTZ controllers and other camera accessories. So we can go over our camera lineup.
Okay.
It's called the C series, our cameras. There's the C4, C5, C6. That's how we call our cameras. So we have a fairly complete lineup. We love our cameras, going from full HD PTZ cameras. That's the C4 series. They come in black or white, and we also have an NDI HX version in black or white. They come with a 20x optical zoom, full connectivity on the back, HDMI, LAN, USB, and SDI ports that can all be active at the same time. And it's got AI, built-in AI human tracking. You don't need to buy extra software or hardware. It just comes with the camera. And it does a great job at tracking the speaker in the room. And they support all the main control protocols, VISCA, ONVIF, everything that integrators typically use to control cameras are supported by the C4 series. So this is a full HD PTZ cameras, very popular for us. Great picture quality, high quality optics. That's the C4. The C5 series is actually a top of the line 4K 60 cameras. Same concept, black or white, or NDI HX, black or white. The optical zoom is 25x, a little bit higher than our C4 series. It's got the same connectivity on the back, same AI human tracking, and same control protocols supported. And then we have our C7. The C7 is our kind of entry-level 4K PTZ camera. It is a dual lens camera. So you have the primary lens that is used for tracking. The tracking is voice-based for the C7. Very popular in the education market. We have a lot of universities using the C7. We have a case study on our website about the University of Southern California using some C7 cameras in classrooms. It's got a 12x optical zoom. There it is here on the right of your screen. It retails for $17.99, which is a very sweet price point for a 4K camera with built-in tracking and dual lens capability. And then we just announced at Infocom a couple of weeks ago a new wireless camera, the C7 Wi-Fi, which will be shipping in July. It's also a 4K 30 camera. It's got built-in tracking, 20x optical zoom, and it's fully wireless in terms of video transmission. You can easily transmit the signal wirelessly to the network, but also in terms of power, it's got a built-in battery that can last up to 6 hours. So you can put this camera on a tripod at an event, for example, without any wires connected to it, and you can use it for several hours. We're very excited about this new product that will be shipping soon. And then we have the C8 camera, which is our entry-level Full HD USB-only camera. This is the only camera in our lineup that does not have tracking, but it gives you a very good price point at $499 retail if you need a high-quality conferencing PTZ type camera.
Perfect.
And then we have the all-in-one cameras, so the C6 series, which we have in black or white. I believe you guys have one in your showroom, Jim?
We do, absolutely. We're really excited about having that in our conference room here at Broadfield. So, of course, any of our dealers who are in the tri-state area, if you would like to come in and check it out for yourself and see a demo, you're welcome to do so. Or let's set up a Teams or a Zoom call with your sales rep, and we'll get into the conference room and show you the image on that camera as it appears in real time.
Very nice. It's a 4K 30 camera. It's got built-in tracking, which is voice tracking. Works great with HDMI and USB-C connectivity. We've been shipping these for quite some time now. And then we just announced also at Infocom another all-in-one camera called the C6DL for dual lens. So it's an interesting concept. It is a dual lens all-in-one camera. So you have a PTZ camera sitting on top for the tracking with a 12x optical zoom. It is 4K. And it is based on AI human tracking. And then you have a secondary lens, which is built in the bar, which is your panoramic lens. So dual lens all-in-one with built-in microphones and speaker, tons of connectivity on the back, and it will start shipping in July as well.
And it's a great boardroom solution, something that our dealers are working with in that corporate AV space, as you mentioned, in schools, and even House of Worship are using them in some of their different meeting spaces. And one of the big opportunities that we see across your product line are some of the great USB-C solutions available from DVDO. These are pretty unique in that they don't have a comparison with other products on the Broadfield line card. There are a bunch of different USB-C solutions that are really becoming more and more important in that Pro AV space. Baptiste, can you tell us about some of those products?
Yeah, so we're seeing more and more demand for USB-C based solutions. USB-C seems to become the kind of the standard when it comes to connectivity in the AV space, just because it can carry video, it can carry USB as well as power all in one connector. So there is growing demand for USB-C solutions, and we have quite a few USB-C based products available today. A big part of our roadmap is also very much USB-C centric, but I wanted to spend a few minutes to show you guys what we have in terms of USB-C solutions. So presentation switchers, various categories using USB-C, including presentation switchers. These are very popular for us. We have different kinds of presentation switchers. The two that you see at the top are 2x1 and 4x2 presentation switchers. So our 2x1 is a very simple presentation switcher for small size conference rooms where you have 1 or 2 computers or laptops. The 2 inputs, so for 2 host devices, we have an HDMI in and a USB-C in. And then you've got HDMI out going to the display and 4 USB device ports that you can use to connect cameras, speakerphones, and other USB type devices. $299 retail for a 2x1 presentation switcher. And then we have a similar model, which is 4x2, just twice as many inputs and outputs. 2 HDMI in, 2 USB-C in, 2 HDMI out, and a bunch of device ports as well. For $999, this is one of our most popular presentation switchers. And then we have a couple of other models that do presentation switching as well as extension. So they come as a kit with the transmitter and the receiver. And both TX and RX are fully loaded with connectivity. Multiple inputs, including USB-C, HDMI, multiple outputs, multiple USB device ports. It is Dante ready. There is separate audio in, audio out, RS-232, IP control, tons of connections, features. They are seamless, so there is seamless switching as well. There is a multi-view feature, so tons of features and connectors on both TX and RX that makes them very popular. We have a 4x2 and a 5x1 version of those.
And that, as a bundle, that really is a complete solution in that conference room space, some of those larger conference rooms especially, where you need to combine the switcher with the extender systems to get that full flexibility and creativity, right?
Absolutely, yep.
And next is the conference system.
Yeah, the conference system is an interesting one for us. We started to ship this product at the end of last year. We're very excited. This is a product that incorporates both video and audio. As you can tell, we're more of a video company, but we decided to add audio functionality to one of our products. It's called the CS1. That's our all-in-one AV conference system that retails for $17.99. And what it does for that price point is, in terms of video, all the video connectors are on the front panel. It's acting like a presentation switcher. It's got 2 input for host devices, 1 USB-C and 1 HDMI. It's got dual HDMI output if you have 2 displays in the room, and it's got a couple of USB device ports for peripherals. Great solution for small to mid-size conference rooms. And then on the back panel, you've got all the audio connectivity. So this product comes with a built-in DSP and a built-in amplifier, 2 times 20 watts. And you get 2 microphone inputs, a speaker output, line in and line out. And you've got an IP port for IP control, or a LAN port for IP control, that gives you access to a lot of different DSP settings. You can control the video switching. So it does a lot of video switching as well as audio amplification, DSP, all in one box for $17.99. Very sweet price point for everything that it does.
Absolutely. And I think while we're in the conference room, let's talk again about those cameras we talked about just a moment ago. Again, we're operating that C6 in our Broadfield HQ here in New York, but these fit into that USB-C environment, the conference room solution, super easy way of really completing that Pro AV install, right?
Exactly, yeah. So we've got all of our all-in-one cameras incorporate USB-C. They all have tracking, so great feature set for different type of conference room environments. And we're also listing here at the bottom of the slide our USB-C cables, which I mentioned earlier. So once again, full-featured USB-C cables. We're seeing growing demand for those cables as they can support video, USB, as well as power delivery.
And again, I think that's another thing I want to stress with our dealers that we're talking about today. When you're building these USB-C workflow solutions, DVDO has an extensive product line and price sheet available that gives you every aspect of that solution. Everything from the camera to the presentation switches to even the cables we can work with you on building that complete solution, allowing you to have everything you need in one box. You show up, you do the install, and you're ready to go. And in addition to the cables, we also have the extenders giving you that wireless capability now in that USB world as well, right?
Exactly. And as you know, as USB-C is becoming more and more of a standard in the industry, there are more and more sources, displays, and just devices in general that incorporate USB-C. And we're seeing growing demand for extension solutions to connect two devices over a long distance for
Absolutely.
USB type signals. So we have a bunch of extenders that incorporate USB, USB-C. Some of our extenders incorporate both USB-C and HDMI. So we have an extender that goes from that has a USB-C host port on the transmitter and an HDMI output on the receiver. So you can go from a laptop to a display in a conference room, for example. We have another model that has twice as many inputs and outputs. There's two USB-C host ports on the transmitter and two HDMI outputs on the receiver. If you have a conference room with a dual display, for example, this is a great way to extend the signal from your host devices to the displays, maybe on the other side of the room. And so we have different flavors of extenders that incorporate USB-C and HDMI. We do have USB-C extenders with USB connectivity only, so no HDMI, in case you just need to transmit USB signals. We have one host and two host USB extenders. So the one at the bottom left here is probably our most popular extender, the USB-C USB 100, retails for $599, and it extends USB signals up to 100 meters. So it's got four connectors on the TX and the RX, two USB-C and two USB-A. One of the USB-C ports on the TX is your host port. All the other ports are for devices. Okay. So great solution if you need to transmit USB signals over a long distance.
Absolutely, especially when you're talking about a cable that tops out at about 15 meters. And now you talk about these extended solutions at 70 or 100 meters, giving you the capability of putting them even into some of the larger installs. And then everything we talked about also, you also have available in some of your wall plate extender models as well, right?
Correct, yeah. So if you need a wall plate type extender, we've got several solutions, including wall plate to box type extenders, but we also have a wall plate to wall plate. If you really like wall plates, we've got you covered with an extender that has both TX and RX in a wall plate format. They all support USB-C type connectivity. The one on the left, we've been shipping for a while. It's probably one of our most popular extenders. It's called the RS2. We do quite well with this product in the education market, in the corporate world. And the main reason being, you've got on the transmitter both HDMI and USB-C inputs. They are switchable. And then it will transmit the signal from the wall plate to the receiver and then out to the display. But you also have on the receiver a couple of USB device ports. So you can actually connect a USB camera or PTZ camera to the receiver. It will send the signal back to the wall plate. So it's kind of a two-way extender where you can send a USB signal back from the RX to the TX and then to your laptop. So a lot of our integrators love that functionality, being able to send signals from the TX to the RX, but also back from the RX to the TX. Great feature, which makes the RS2 very popular, probably our most popular extender today.
That's great. And the great part about the wall plates is someone can't pick it up and take it out of the room. Once you know it's there, it stays there, right?
Exactly.
So we talked about all these different products and categories across the product line. One of the things that we're excited most about dealing with any new vendor is the resources and the ability to educate our dealers to really make them successful in finding the right solution for their customers. DVDO has a whole host of items available. You guys are out there doing the trade shows. You have materials available for our integrators who want to get involved, right?
Correct, yeah. So we do two main trade shows. We were just at Infocom, as we discussed earlier. We also go to ISC, which is a big show in Europe. And we use social media quite a bit. This is a big communication vehicle for us. We try to post on a weekly basis on LinkedIn, Facebook, and X. Please follow us on those platforms. We have a YouTube channel, which we've had for many years. You can see some fairly recent videos about our cameras, for example, and how the tracking works. You can also see some older videos from back in the days. So we've had that YouTube channel for a while. We have a partner drive, so if you need any sort of marketing materials about DVDO, we have them all in one Dropbox folder, and you can contact your Broadfield sales rep if you need a link to that partner drive. And we have some presentation materials as well. One of the very cool tools that we have for our customers, integrators, is comparison charts. So like the one I showed you guys earlier about our cameras, we have comparison charts for several of our most popular product categories. We have one for cameras, one for extenders, one for matrix switchers. We have a new one for our USB-C extenders. So if you're looking for one of those products, let's say you're looking for one of our HDMI extenders, but you're not sure which model to go with, we have a comparison chart on the main extender page on our website that shows you all the different models with product images, part number, with a hyperlink to the product page, and all the features for each model. So you can look at the comparison chart and decide which is the best model for your application. So these are very good tools, all downloadable from our website at dvdo.com.
Awesome. And what I want to do is tell our dealers to go check out that comparison chart and put together a stocking order, because we have a great promotional opportunity right now that for all of our dealers who put together a stocking order of DVDO products and the solutions we talked about today, you will get 50% off of your first order up to $2,500. This is available only through June 30th. It is a Broadfield and DVDO launch special available for our dealers who can benefit from these great signal conversion solutions and visual communication solutions from DVDO. Baptiste, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
If you have any questions about the DVDO product line, if you'd like to learn more about their product catalog, if you want to see the products that are in stock and available now in the Broadfield warehouse, give your Broadfield sales rep a call at 800-634-5178. And of course, tune in every week, every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Broadfield Live. Until next week, cheers.
Broadfield Distributing is a value-added distributor of live production, streaming, video editing, and storage products. We only sell to resellers. We are always looking for new dealers. So call us at 1-800-634-5178 or email sales@broadfield.com. You'll like doing business with Broadfield because we make it easy to do business.